G.E.L in Agriculture, brought to you with the compliments of the Ministry of Agriculture, Food, Fisheries and Water Resource Management.
Grow well, eat well, live well, right here in Bim.
Hello guys, and welcome to another week of G.E.L in Agriculture, where we learn together how to grow well, eat well, and live well. And this week we have a special episode in store for you, and I'll give you a hint as to what it's about. It's white, it's soft, and we use it to make fabrics. If you guessed cotton, you're absolutely correct. This week, we spoke to an entrepreneur in the cotton industry, Adelaide Stevenson. We met up at a cotton field at the Ministry of Agriculture, and he told us Barbados actually produces some of the best cotton in the world.
In Barbados, we're growing West Indian G.E.L cotton, which is classified as an extra long staple cotton. It's a very well-known cotton among the connoisseurs. So those who appreciate very good quality cotton would always talk about West Indian G.E.L cotton. It's grown here in Barbados, in Jamaica, a bit in Antigua. Not as much as we would like. I think the market is demanding more cotton than we are currently producing. Last year we didn't have a very good year. The rain certainly affected us, and that's been the case for the last couple of years. This year we have about 225 acres planted, trying to get more farmers involved. One of the challenges is that some of the farmers have indicated that since we're not getting enough persons come out to help us pick the cotton, that they're not going to get involved. So at Exclusive Cottons, what we've started to do is to investigate the possibility of bringing in some small handheld harvesters. And we've tested them at the end of the last season. What we're going to try and do is run maybe 6 of those machines for the entire upcoming season, so between January and April. We will have 6 machines in the field, and we'll assess how well they stand up, whether they live up to the information which the manufacturers have given us in terms of the amount of cotton that these machines can actually pick. There are a few individuals who are doing quite well in terms of harvesting cotton. They tend to be older, unfortunately, so we certainly need to attract some of the younger persons into cotton. My record suggests that one individual, when we look back over a few years, one particular year we had 3 persons who picked over 2,000 pounds of cotton in a season, so between January and April. The third highest person picked 2,000 pounds, and they would have earned $3,800 over that 4-month period. I checked with that person, and she said at that time she wasn't working. So in essence, she was earning $1,000 a month simply by going to the field and picking cotton. You know, you'll have heard in some quarters, why go and pick cotton? It's so light, you got to pick so much. But at the end of the day, if a person can take home $1,000, you know, by working, picking cotton, that's an admirable thing to do. They're helping the economy, they're helping their family, and so on. What we're doing with the cotton once it's harvested, it's accumulated by the farmer and delivered to us at Exclusive Cottons, where we gin the cotton. And that's in essence separating the seed from the fiber. So we have seed on one hand, we have fiber on the other hand. The fiber is what the market wants because of the long staple, the fineness of the fiber. It can be processed into very high quality fabric. So some of this fabric ultimately is going to end up at a tailor or shirt manufacturer. He's going to convert that into a product that, you know, the persons who want good quality stuff, they're going to pay $250 US for that product.
Mr. Stevenson says there's money to be made in the cotton industry.
In terms of how much employment we're generating, we're probably employing maybe 200 persons or more every season. The factory, we will engage maybe 6 persons to run the gins. But in terms at the farm level, persons going into the field to help us pick the cotton, 200 or more persons every year. Good season, we'll earn for the economy $1 million US. So nothing to scoff at, you know. So we certainly want to encourage more persons to come out and help us pick the cotton. This year, the farmers have agreed to pay $1.90 per pound. So in the past, persons were paid $1.50, and then at the end of the season, with government incentive, they would have gotten an additional 40 cents. What we're doing this time around, come January, is we're paying the $1.90 up front. So if you are interested, And we will put information out there in terms of where the fields are and so on. But if you want information on where the fields are, you can contact us directly at 433-3108. We will tell you what numbers to call to make contact with the farmers directly. We'll give you directions and so on, and go out there and pick. Aim for that 2,000 pounds, which that lady picked a few years ago, earned $3,800, which I'm sure a lot of persons will be very keen to have in their pocket.
So basically, the cotton is planted, it's harvested, and then it goes to the local ginnery to be spun. There's actually a ginnery at Exclusive Cottons in St. George, and Mr. Stevenson gave us a peek at how it works. The seed cotton goes to the ginnery in order to separate the lint from the seed. The cotton is weighed and it's sorted to determine its moisture content, and then it's spread out to dry some more. After that, it's loaded into a machine which loosens the seeds, and that lint is combed. Another machine compresses that into bales, weighing approximately 500 pounds. Now, the seeds fall into a tube under the machine, and they're bagged and sold as animal feed. But the seeds for planting go through another process to remove any extra lint that's not supposed to be there. And the bales of cotton, they're shipped to different parts of Europe to be spun into various types of yarn to be woven or knitted into fine, luxurious fabrics. Of course, some also returns to Barbados, where local designers create their own styles. And we'll see some of those as we come back right after the break.
Grow well, eat well, live well, right here in Bim.
Grab the phone, get the hoe, link up the family and come let it go.
Grow well, eat well, live well, right here in Bim.
Yes!
Grow well, eat well, live well, right here in Bim.
No, we don't have to buy all imported stock, cause high nutrition in the food that we got. Plant something, start your own crop, grow something local to put in your pot. It's true, more healthy with the fresh produce, with high nutritional value. It costs less to grow and eat your own food, so gather the crew. Come!
Grow well, eat well, live well, right here in Bim.
Yes!
Grow well, eat well, live well, right here in Bim. Grow well, eat well, live well, right here in Bim.
We're talking about the cotton industry in Barbados, from the fields to the fashion. Mr. Adlai Stevenson just showed us how the ginning process works at Exclusive Cottons of the Caribbean, that is in Grove, St. George. Our high-quality cotton is sent overseas to be made into fabric, and we bring that right back here.
Here we have several pieces of West Indian sailing cotton fabric. Many persons, once they've touched the fabric, comment on how silky and how luxurious the fabric feels. Many persons are surprised at the quality of our cotton fabrics. So this is a red stripe, here's a blue stripe. A lot of it is shirting fabric, but many persons have come in and they've chosen the fabric, they've bought a meter, 2 meters, they've gone away and had some very lovely garments made. We also have here yarn. So clearly the yarn would be one of the outputs after we've exported the lint, which is just the raw fiber, like this. After processing, one output would be yarn, and from the yarn then you can go on and have fabric made. So we've been buying back yarn and fabric from our customers. Here would be a scarf, and that's been painted by a local gentleman by the name of Glenn Brathwaite. So we have started to involve local manufacturers and designers. So apart from just selling the fabric, we've engaged persons who make scarves and paint on the fabrics. We have shirts, we have sarongs, we also have tea towels, and we've gone as far as having bed linen made. Very shortly we'll be receiving some scarves made in Italy, and also we'll be engaging a local lady who will also do some scarves for us.
So they sell the fabric and they also use it to make their own clothes. And here we go. Let's see if you find something you like from their collection. Now, Mr. Stevenson is also calling on the public to create their own designs from our local cotton.
There's certainly a role for the local manufacturers of garments. And once their quality and their timeliness is there, we would certainly encourage them to get involved. Those who are making for those persons who come into Barbados and spend their winter months. There's an opportunity as well to serve some of those customers with very good quality fabric. So we would certainly want to encourage the designers who interact and have that relationship with those persons to come see us at Exclusive Cottons. So the farmer, the harvester, the agronomist, certainly at the ginnery, we as I said, we employ maybe 6 persons to run the gins for us. But beyond that, there's a role for the designers and the manufacturers as well.
All in all, he says the cotton industry is a lucrative one and it seems to be growing.
Our customers are saying there's an increased focus on quality. So years ago, the cheaper the better. Not necessarily whether it was quality or not, but the cheaper the better. A lot of their customers are saying we want good quality product. So our customers, the spinners, are coming and saying we want more of your cotton. We're not saying that we want £1 million, whereas currently you're only exporting 100,000 pounds. So we don't want £1 million next year. Let's maybe think of going to 200,000 pounds. So they're actually asking us to double our production. So that's why the emphasis is on trying to get more persons into the field, get more of the farmers coming back to help us pick the cotton.
And for all of you at home who might have an interest in contributing to the local cotton industry, don't forget to reach out to the Ministry of Agriculture or to Exclusive Cottons of the Caribbean. Well, we hope you learned something this week. I certainly did. And I look forward to sharing even more with you next week on G.E.L in Agriculture. See you then.
G.E.L in Agriculture, brought to you with the compliments of the Ministry of Agriculture, Food, Fisheries and Water Resource Management.
Grow well,